Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Let Your Google Hang Out, episode 129. I'm your host, Scott Martin. With me are my co-hosts, Charles St. Michael Shelley.
Hello, hello, hello. So glad of you all to be here and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And the really cute one tonight with the blue eyebrows, ladies and gentlemen, it's Moonshine Bonanza. You look fabulous.
Thanks.
She got selfies going on. I've been checking my Twitter notifications, see what I saw. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the shaved legend, Scott Martin.
Yeah, it grows back. Don't freak out, all right? So if you don't like it...
What made you want to do it?
To be honest with you, I was growing the beard like this, and then it got thinner, and then I made it thinner because once I got a little bit uneven, and then I got to the point where the mustache was like super thin, and I just wanted a full beard. I'm in a wedding in 2 weekends on the 20th. My cousin...
Getting married. Can you talk him out of it? Who's getting married?
My cousin Megan Martin's getting married, and her fiance actually asked me to be in the wedding, so it meant a lot to me. I've already got my textile size up, you know, and my tux size is, like I mentioned last show, the same as it was 7 years ago when one of my best friends got married. So I'm kind of like, yeah, buddy. So I mean, my waist size and shoe and everything, like shoulders, were basically exactly the same. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here contemplating my next move and just shooting lots of weddings. I did 7 weddings in August. I did a wedding last weekend. I've got one. I don't have one this weekend. Oh, I don't have one this weekend. I thought I did.
You know, the weird thing is normally when people want to show you their wedding video, they suck. But nowadays, especially with the company that Scott works for, what is it, Phenomenon?
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, dude. I don't know how much they're charging, and I don't know if you can talk about it, but the fucking final product that people are getting for wedding videos now, you can do a trailer that actually makes it look interesting. You know, your editing stuff has been ridiculous, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The videos are shot by myself, and what we do is I get somebody else, and they'll do either I'll do the bride. Lately, I've been doing the bride, but I'll do the groom sometimes too. And we start in the morning, and we go all day. So I get all the close-up. I get the rings. I get them putting the tie on, the shoes, the gown, the makeup, the hair, a cheers, a toast, little kids running around, and then I go and I get the ceremony B-roll shots, like the flowers and you know the people being greeted, and then the candles, and then the ceremony and the kiss, and you know the first look and all that sort of stuff. The celebration as they walk out, and then it goes to the reception, and I no photo shoot. So then I'll get the photo shoot and video shoot, and then you know the reception's usually, you know, I'll get the tables, the centerpieces, the place cards, the dances, the speeches, the reception dances itself, and then any sort of interviews at the end of the night, and then it becomes a 2 to 3 minute trailer, a 10 to 15 minute short film, and a 90-minute documentary on Blu-ray. So they're getting a full package.
Yeah, but what are we talking for price?
Price-wise, if you want to also include, so you're getting 2 videographers, 2 photographers, you're getting at least 1,000 photos, 800 to 1,000 photos. Your favorite ones edited. Most of them are going to be edited. You're getting a photo booth, uplights. You're getting 2 photographers, one with the groom and one with the bride in the morning, and then you get the behind-the-scenes stuff throughout the day. You get just so much coverage. I mean, I'm talking about, it's to the point where it's almost overkill, but nothing's going to get missed. You
got a lot of scenes to fucking choose from.
With that being said, a lot of the weddings I do are upscale. We're talking $50,000, $100,000 weddings, but we'll do $15,000 weddings, $10,000 weddings.
What's the average wedding going for these days? Moonshine, you're a woman. What is it about?
Photo, video, DJ, photo booth. It can run you 6,000 to 10,000. You know.
Hang on a second, Moonshine.
Yeah.
I'd say 6,000 to 7,000.
You're a woman. You might know this stuff. If somebody was to get married, what are they looking to spend to have the average wedding? Do you have any idea, or you're not that much of a girl?
I have no idea.
Okay. I would say the average wedding these days.
Anyone ask? Message Scotty in the comments.
Lower to middle class would be like 20 to 50,000. upper class would be 80 to 150, and I'm talking like the one I just did that last weekend. The groom was an orthopedic surgeon. His name was Pierre Jean. He was from Canada actually, and she's from Pennsylvania. They met at the halfway point because for family it's easier from coming from Canada and PA, and they had everything in Buffalo. Really nice country club, beautiful locations for photo shoot, nice couple, well established. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. I swear up and down that if I could do weddings 7 days a week, I would. Maybe 6 days. I might need a break, but.
Well, I'll tell you something. If you get a really good wedding, that's one of the reasons I never wanted to do wedding hair because of the fucking bridezillas. But if you get a good wedding and everyone's really cool and it's going well, dude, it's the best time. Hey, you're in Buffalo. Were you at the game when they won?
The game was actually in Chicago, so no.
Okay, it was in Chicago.
The home opener is against Miami this week.
Wait a second. Is this the first time we've ever beat them in Chicago?
Yes, we were 0-5 previously. It was like 138 points to 50 or 35. So they literally scored 100 more points over 5 games than us, and we're just dominant, you know.
And that's the Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen. And what did that football player do? Would he throw somebody down a flight of stairs? What happened?
First of all, before we get to that, I was actually, right now, I was posting it on my Facebook fan page because I don't know how many people actually know we're live right now. So, other than Twitter, because we didn't really, I've been doing a horrible job at like giving people a heads up on when we're live, and I still get questions about what time and what day because some people still think we're Wednesday and Sunday. So if you're watching this and you thought it was Wednesday and then you see that this is already recorded, I apologize, guys. But okay, on to the football thing. There were a couple really cool things. I know you guys that aren't in the sports are going to be bored. I'll make it brief. The Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown like did this drop kick on somebody when he was trying to leap over him, but he jumped a little early and like drop kicked the. I want to say it was either the quarterback or the punter. And then the second one was Freddie Jackson of the Bills did a double stiff arm on Canty for like a safety for the Bears.
Giving people a heads up on when we're live.
I hear an echo. Whoa, we're seeing double here.
Double team.
About what time and what day.
All right, somebody's echoing. Somebody's
My
echoing.
bad. I reloaded it to see the comments, and I didn't know it didn't. Stupid thing muted. My bad.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tay Allen, we are now blonde heavy.
Hey, everybody!
Who's your stand-in over there?
Okay, so I would like to introduce you, my dog will come down, to Sarah Eubank, who is my new partner in crime. She is joining me tonight because Sarah and I are starting a new YouTube talk show, and so I thought, what better way to get in touch with new stars?
Well,
Yes.
I'll watch.
Oh, as you should. Look at this. We've got dog. We've got champagne. Can you see this?
You've got the Australian cattle dog over there.
Yes.
The blue heeler.
Blue heeler.
Yeah. You gotta bring Scott to all your parties if there's animals because he's the man.
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
he used to like run the entire chain of pet stores or something.
Oh
Something like
wow.
that.
Well, her name is Zoe Redbird, and I named her after my favorite paranormal romance novels in the teen section called The House of Night.
Okay. Keep
Okay.
going. You're doing fine. Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Keep going. And
And she is a mystical goddess. I am her fairy godmother. Oh, I just got a new car that I also named Fairy. There's a lot of fairy going around.
That is a lot of fairy.
what kind of car?
A Subaru Forester. Forest fairy, get it?
No.
Oh my God.
Do they even make those? It's like
This
a
dog
samurai.
is making out with me. All over the place.
He obviously likes your chest.
Yeah.
I think we just watched the dog get to second base on that girl.
Yeah, she did. That's why I bring Sarah.
Oh yeah, get a little Copperfield in there, Copperfield. Yeah, I
Just
get
touched
those
her
what's up.
boob. That dog is crazy. He is Australian. He don't give a fuck.
He wants to go down under.
Crocodile Dundee, all up on your boobs. He's like, all right, and hey, crikey.
Oh, I knew this would be a good combination.
Okay, so ladies, what are you drinking there? Is that like white Zinfandel or is that an Insel? I don't know my wine.
It is a Sauvignon Blanc, good sir.
Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, well, I'm drinking an Oktoberfest, ma'am, miss. Sorry, you're
Let's be honest. We wish we were there with you right now doing beer. We did this.
I wish you were right here and right here as well.
Wow, that's a lonely man right there, and the dog is just looking at it going, boom. He doesn't see. He's just bouncing back between them.
She's scoring. I'm not gonna lie. She's scoring.
See? She's like, she wants to know. Are those real, girl? Girl, those real?
Yes, mine are real.
Me too.
He's like, girl, just look at me. Let me touch this. Is that real? Is that shit real?
That dog needs to get locked up. Ooh.
Hey, come on, we're all bitches here. We can talk. Is that real?
Oh. So.
Is that? Can I have some wine? Can a brother have some wine? Look at that. The dog is like, she wants to tell stories.
So,
Talk
ladies,
about all the guys.
can we get serious now? Is it time to get serious and have some like deep conversations here?
Yes.
All right.
No.
I want to talk about several topics that are controversial. The first one being Joan Rivers. What's your opinion on her? Since you're a lady and you do entertainment, comedy, what do you feel she did, and what kind of impact did she have for women in entertainment in general, and so on?
Well, she's definitely made Botox a no-no.
Good answer.
Off with that.
Good answer. And I'm pretty sure she would be okay with that joke. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think she knows what she's done. She's kind of made a bed. She's laying in it, rolling in it, you know. Right?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it's. I think one of the cool things about her is the whole hater thing. I mean, I just relate to that. Like, the woman had so much hate, so many things said about her, and she didn't care at all, and she found like the glory in it, which I think is the coolest part. With haters come people who love you, or who love you because you don't care, and it inspires them not to care, and like she just had all that awesomeness going on. So I was a big fan.
Okay.
About her is that she was a stage actress. She said, I did comedy to pay for my stage acting until that career took off. And she was just very honest. She was always dead set against political correctness because she said you cannot tell comics what to make fun of. We're the one who take terrible situations and make them funny so that people can deal with them. You can never tell that. And she said, somebody had said that day, like, if there was no Joan Rivers, the list of female comedians, there would be no Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin said
Amy Schumer. I like Amy Schumer. She's
but there's but she fucked up so bad, and she knew it, and she said it. She was the heir apparent to Johnny Carson. She was going to be the host of the Tonight Show, and they offered her a show on the opposite time slot on Fox, and she took it. And Johnny Carson blacklisted her from NBC, and he made her a star.
Yeah.
And he took that as such a slap in the face after everything I'd done for you. And she said that biggest mistake of her life was taking that show because Johnny Carson was going to she was the person who filled in for Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
That's how Jay Leno got the gig. It was Joan Rivers. And then she fucked up. Yep, she fucked that up. She was the heir apparent. She owned the Tonight Show. Whenever Johnny Carson went on vacation, Joan Rivers covered. And she was fucking brilliant. If you ever get a chance to see her her documentary, A Piece of Work, they show her in the beginning putting on her makeup. She has absolutely no makeup on. She went.
Whoa! What's up with your hands? What the fuck is up with the other one?
I had an audition. So they.
That's his excuse. I had an audition. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
if you ever get a chance to watch A Piece of Work.
What was it for?
Huh?
What was the audition for? Where you needed black nails on one hand.
For Rock of Ages.
Oh, nice. How'd it go?
They put me on tape to send it to the director, and God only knows. They have to go through New York, L.A., Vegas. People don't understand with television auditions, if you audition for a television show, if you get the gig, you're on Monday, and that's it. You'll get the audition Tuesday or Wednesday. You'll get a call back. You're in costume Friday. Boom, Monday you're on the set. Theater, it could be weeks. You don't know. They got to go through all New York. They got to go through L.A. They got to go through Vegas. Then they got to go through all those, do the callback. I had a friend of mine who said he auditioned for a show. 5 months later, they called him up and said, "You got the job." So that's just the way that goes. So whenever you do an audition, you're just like, okay, let that shit go, because if you hear anything, it's going to be weeks.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What are you drinking?
Blue Moon.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
How do you feel about Blue Moon from a tap versus from the bottle? I feel like it tastes differently. But that just might be.
It does. It does. It really does.
Everything tastes different.
Yeah,
off
thank
the
you.
tap.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
It depends on the glass you put it in too. You can put it in 4 different glasses, and the way it settles, the fermentation yeast.
And plus, when you're pouring it out of a bottle, you're dealing.
Something about the way you said yeast when you went like this with your hand.
When you pour these beers out of the bottle, before you finish the pour, you leave a third in it and you swirl it and pour that in because there's yeast in the beer.
On the bottom of
That's at the bottom, and I don't know if they get that on tap. So it's going to have a totally different taste. I want to know if it tastes different in a can.
Oh.
I feel like I've seen a Blue Moon can because you've got a tailgate.
You have. They have it.
Okay.
But
Oh my
it's
God!
much
Thank
more
you guys
common.
for letting me know what I've seen and what I haven't seen because I get really confused.
No kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, Tay Allen and her body double.
All right. Is that dog sitting next to you right now still?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
she's muff diving.
Why don't you here pose for the thumbnail?
Oh. Can we each over here?
Oh, do you want her like licking our boobs?
Sure, whatever you want to do.
Is that
Is she really like muff diving right now?
Yeah, she is. Should have just be her muff diving.
She was in these shorts. There's the crotch.
She's been in Tay Allen's shorts. Ready?
All right, ready? Smile. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're good. So, all right. So, how do you two know each other before we get back into the whole Joan Rivers talk?
Oh my God, we are on Naked Kickball together.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Naked
So
kickball?
the league is called Naked. It's NAKID, and
That's a dirty, dirty lie.
Yes, it is a lie. We all play fully clothed.
Well,
Look at your knees. You look like you just got a fucking job promotion. What happened to you, girl?
Ah, he's talking about your knees.
Oh. Oops. That was from kickball. Yeah.
Oh.
Too much sliding going on there.
Wait, so you were kicking the balls on your knees?
In your balls.
I more fell on top
Or
of
licking the balls? Licking the balls. She didn't mean kicking
Licking.
the balls.
Licking the ball.
it's funny you mentioned licking balls because
No, it's not.
not only do we have our talk show coming up, but we are also collaborating. Sarah is a rapper, and we are writing a song called Take Me Home about naked kickball. So this is the first official announcement. Teasers will be coming soon. Video footage on the way. Get ready, YouTube.
So is this the next Iggy over here? She kind of does have that swag,
Yeah.
that Iggy look.
Yeah, but I don't want to be just like her. I gotta be a little different, right? Like you could think of me maybe as like a really pale Missy Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do you have her booty?
Yeah, I got a booty.
Oh, she's got the booty and I've got the boobs.
Yeah.
We're the perfect pair.
It's not like she's lacking in that department either. Okay, let's go on.
I'm not lacking.
Look at the
I was
ass
talking
on
about
that
her,
girl.
but you have nice assets too. But I
We
was
have to
talking
see her
about her.
body doubles butt now. Get up, please.
Oh, what is this like a? Is this like a webcam show now?
Look, that's good. That's
We're taking
good.
donations
Wow.
now. Oh, wait, was that a little twerk there? A little.
What happened?
Booty twerk.
Do the
All right.
girl? Do you even squat?
You even squat. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sure she squats every time she pees. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
You gotta be all like.
Okay, so
If it's a dirty bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to chime in on the whole like Joan Rivers thing. If we can go back to that.
I told you, Scott. I tried to explain to her who everyone is, and I said that you were a mediator who keeps things on track. So good job. Also,
I
you look really
tried.
cute. You did
You're
your hair.
mediator.
You did something. You look cute, Scott.
I shaved. Thank you. I'm flattered.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mediator.
Joan Rivers she used to annoy the shit out of me sometimes, but then I really thought about it, and I was watching a lot of the memorials, the throwbacks to the montages, and I really I admire that she just stood up and did whatever she wanted. She paved the way for not only women but comedians in general. Her own style, and she was not afraid to make fun of herself. That's what I like. I love self-deprecating humor because if you can't make fun of yourself, you know, like when people made fun of me when I was a kid, you know, I have a big head. I was like a kitten. You have to grow in, your body has to grow into the size of your head, right? And I used to get, people would be like, oh, Pumpkinhead, Cinder Block, you know, whatever, or, you know, Mr. Potato Head. And then I started to like grow into it when I became a teen. I started to work out. I started, you know, I was playing football and whatnot.
Got in touch with the feminine side.
I would make fun of, yeah, I became Metro. But my point is, I started to realize that you know, words are only as powerful as you allow them to be. So if I made fun of myself, it was no fun for the bullies. They were like, oh, well, this isn't fun if he's just going to beat me to the punch. So she was good at doing that. She was very good at making fun of herself. And yeah, right. and let's segue over to Ray Rice of the Baltimore Ravens, formerly. I want to say that he is a scumbag, and I want to know what the NFL knew before they gave him a 2-game suspension for beating his then fiancée, which is now his wife. She was foolish enough to marry him after getting knocked out. If you haven't seen the footage, I'm not going to play it, but you can see it at TMZ. You can see it pretty much anywhere on the internet. For those of you that don't know, NFL football player, very good at what he did on the field. And he was in a hotel room or a hotel. I don't remember where it was.
I think I didn't watch the video, but I believe it was in an elevator.
Yes, they were walking down. They were in a foyer, and she pushed him. I don't know if she was retaliating or whatnot, but then they got in the elevator and like they went to both push a button. I think he did a little jab, and then she went after him, and then he just hit her once, and her head hit the elevator handle rail, and then she was out. And he was just like dragging her body when he opened up the elevator. He just like dropped it there.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that one.
And then he picked up her. He was nice enough to pick up her sandal or high heel or whatever it was, and then leave her there. And then security came. When she did like wake back up and get up, she like shoved him. So clearly she was not happy with him in front of other people. Long story short, the video wasn't made public until today, and then the NFL finally added more than 2 games. The Ravens not only cut their all-star running back, but the NFL suspended him indefinitely. So, pretty severe.
When stuff like that happens, I try to avoid the video because I just don't want to fucking see it. And I was the same way with the big nude photo leak. I was like, I really don't want to see this. It was all over my fucking Twitter feed. It was weird. People just retweeted it. But you know, there was a video by the Amazing Atheist, and he brought up 2 interesting points. He said, you know, of course you're going to have righteous indignation against something like this, Scott, but he said, would you have that same indignation if it was a bunch of male celebrities, or if it was a bunch of fucking civilians, anybody who had their privacy, you know, just violated like that? And I believe that as a celebrity, some of your public privacy is compromised, but your personal privacy,
well, you know what?
That's nobody's business. But he said something else I thought was interesting. He said, you know, the media has absolutely no place being just aghast at this terrible deed, because all the media does is show you nipple slips and crotch shots, and every time there's a nip.
I'm slipping a nip right now. That's why I'm not on camera.
They just fucking post those all over the place.
It's 9:30, and she's still not ready for the show.
But if you're just like, you know, they ask where you know, where the desire to see these pictures is, and it's like, you created that desire. But Jesus, dude, they were just passing that shit around, and I'd be like, you just fucked up casting options for some of these women.
Okay, yes and no. I'd like to say something. Anybody that knows Jennifer Lawrence's personality based on her falls and her interviews and whatnot, you know she's gonna shake this off and move on. If anything, it made her more popular. She was the richest female actress last year. She's doing fine. And honestly, these were private. They weren't meant to be risky. They weren't meant to be in Playboy or worse. It was something that happened, and it's over. She has a nice body. She's a pretty girl. They weren't all flattering, but it's done. It's over with. And I think the human body's beautiful, and people, like, there's like this stigma, and I don't think it matters if you're a celebrity or somebody that's unknown to anybody. If your privacy is being violated, that sucks regardless. And you know, I made a joke that like, oh, Jennifer Lawrence's pictures were leaked. I'll be locked in my room all week. If you need me, knock. You know, that sort of thing. And I lost a friend over it, a female that is super talented. She's an artist on YouTube, and she was like, I expected more from you, Scott. I'm surprised. And she's known my humor for 4 years now. So anyway, people get a little too uptight, like with the.
No, you crossed the line there. You crossed the line.
Well, yeah. Sure, and I went to go apologize, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to apologize. A lot of people are just like, I am, and I'm going to say more stupid shit in my life. Doesn't make it right, but it happened.
But a lot of people are like, oh, well, the pictures weren't that bad, just get over it. And I was like, dude, that's like telling somebody who's incredibly depressed and suicidal, cheer up, dude. It's just like, what do you mean get over it? If something like that happened to you, the last thing you want to hear is somebody say, get over it, and just, you know, fuck with you that way.
I think it's pretty amazing, honestly, that society, I think it has stepped up. I mean, yes, it was shared up the wazoo, but that story has pretty much died down at this point, and that could have kept going. Like, you know, we're not really hearing about it. It really only lasted a couple of days, and I think that that's pretty cool.
But at this point, but Tay, at this point, everything only lasts a couple of days. Ferguson only lasts.
With the internet, there's so many news stories that come out every day that like our attention is shorter. So. I mean, look at the ISIS stuff going on. This Trump that apparently this is more important than people being beheaded over there and just destroyed for no reason. And it sucks. Everything about that sucks. The internet is very powerful.
With that attention span, that's really interesting that you just said that, you guys. Like, I mean, what do you think that means for us? Like, who are on YouTube.
The funniest thing about it, I'm watching the Steamy Awards and all that other stuff, and the stuff about all the
What did you call them? The Steamy Awards? What is this, in the bathroom?
No, there is a Steamy Award. I'm sorry, I was thinking of a different award. The Streamies or whatever. The Steamies were an MTV award.
But the Steamy Award. Yeah. Get ready.
But the weird thing about it is, with the millions of people who are on YouTube, they make it seem like there's 4. You know, there's like, you know, it's Grace Helbig and Jenna Marbles and this guy over here and blah, 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 and that's it. And it's like, dude, when is Matthew Santoro going to be put on that list? When is Rob Dyke? When?
Well, the truth is, it's a political game, and if you're not in LA, it's a lot tougher to mingle with these people on a regular basis and get recommended.
I was in LA, and I got dinner with Joey Graceffa, and I tried to play that thing, and let me tell you, it's not fun. Like, it's not.
Honestly, it's exhausting, and it's the reason why I've quieted down from watching YouTube and being involved in doing video blogs, because it puts off a unique, like a weird, self-absorbed, or like, I don't know, bad vibes. I think if you're doing it and you're around other YouTubers, I love the energy and the excitement and being able to record my life and document it. But then when I moved back home, I didn't want to include my family because they didn't want to be involved in it, and I felt like that's my personal life, whereas I, as an entertainer, can say and do whatever I want. I can play characters, I can make jokes, I can be myself, I can get as real or as fake as I want. And with them out there, they're just fake all the time. You know, they're just always putting on a show, and I don't like the keeping up with the Joneses. I don't like the fake shit, and I don't like.
Who's collabing with who? You know, who did a prank video? Who did a question video this week?
The prank videos are getting out of control, and I'll tell you,
God.
The one with Drew Carey in that one, I was like, yeah, well, again, this is why I think humanity should die.
Damn.
You know, well, you remember the ALS ice bucket challenges?
No, I don't. I've never seen any of that. What's that all about, Chucky?
So what happened was a bunch of kids, some high schoolers, convinced a 15-year-old autistic boy to do it. And then instead of dumping ice on his head, they dumped urine and feces and spit and all that.
Yeah.
And they videotaped it and put it on the internet. And I was like, all right, that's brilliant. This is the stupidest generation ever. You're going to videotape a felony and then put it up on there. I was like, why would you? And the secondly is like, who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this was a good idea?
And just this morning, I saw a video of this teenager beating the shit out of somebody with cerebral palsy. I was like, really? This guy is screaming for his life, and everyone around is laughing because they think it's funny.
Yep. That's one of the things that's, like I said, I was pulling away from social media because there was a time when social media was fucking. Remember when social media was fun and cool? And now there are parts of it where it's like, wow, the assholes just rose to the surface here, dude.
Well, here's the thing. I think all this stuff exists. It's just more apparent and happens more often because it's in our face. Whereas before we were kind of like you know, we turn a blind eye or we just don't know. Maybe we're just ignorant to it all. And now you can ruin someone's life because they're trying to ruin someone else's. So it has its positives and negatives. If you film the guy, you get his face, he you know, he goes to jail for it, awesome. But it sucks. It sucks in general, you know, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to grow up in any other era but maybe like the Oregon Trail days or maybe the 50s, but you know.
You do not want cholera, Scott.
I'm okay with no power. Honestly, I only use it because I have it. Oh, cholera. Yeah, I don't want that either.
Novel in 5th grade about cholera that was such a piece of art. Oh my God, like these diaries of this young girl who gets it on the trail, and
they all get bit by snakes, and I don't get it. You know? Yeah. Oh man, I miss that game. I miss the simple life.
I remember that game, that online game.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever play that? It never seemed to have a purpose, but you would do it on the computer.
What, Oregon Trail?
No one else played that game?
Which one?
Just me. It was called Oregon Trail. And
Oregon
it was like,
oh yeah.
You had a little buggy thing.
Of course, that's what we're
Right
kind of.
I still don't know what the fuck Minecraft is.
It's like now you've got
Oh my God, could that be the title of the episode? I still don't know what the fuck Minecraft is. I have no idea.
No fucking idea what that is. But
I'm about to play Pokemon Stadium 2 on my N64 after this. That's all
I've never watched Pokemon. Never once.
So you don't know who Pikachu is, or maybe
I know of Pikachu.
I know of it,
pictures, but I know nothing about his character or her or whatever it is.
That's the weird thing about, you know,
I grew up with Ninja Turtles, you know, Captain America, Power Rangers, all that sort of shit. But
I'm watching.
Please,
the
we all grew up with all those things.
Yeah,
but you're seeing reruns, okay? I'm a little older than you.
Well, I'm watching the internet be geared for younger and younger audiences, it seems, and you know, I noticed that a lot. I was like, none of this stuff is really relevant to me. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. You know?
I'll tell you why, though, Chucky. That's not necessarily true. I just think that we used to have, when I grew up, it was 247. You had 3 channels.
Yeah.
If you had satellite, you had 30 channels. Or I'm sorry, cable, you had 30 to 50 channels. Now you can get 1,000 channels on DirecTV or Time Warner, and you can watch 300 kids shows. There's Nickelodeon, Disney, all that, and there's Disney this. There's like sub channels of each one, and it's too much. It's overwhelming. So it's not like when we were little, everybody knew the Ninja Turtles. Now they know this new aerodynamic, futuristic Michael Bay Ninja Turtle more than they know what we grew up with.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, and the heroine in Ninja Turtles that we grew up with wasn't Megan Fox, and she wasn't a Megan Fox character. She was a businesswoman who had turtles living in her apartment.
By the way, have you seen that? Has anybody seen that movie, the new one?
Nope.
It got bad reviews.
I saw it at the drive-in, and I was just wanting to watch it because I was curious. I didn't expect it to be any good. And it wasn't bad. Now, there were some things I didn't like the heads were a little too round rather than, like, oval. Shredder was a little extreme. April, of course, was Megan Fox, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, but it was too much focus on her. And then Casey was not even in there, the guy that played hockey. He was not in there at all, if you remember who I'm talking about. The one that had, like, a lacrosse stick or whatever.
I'm in a party in fucking mid-'90s in L.A.
Whatever it was.
Somebody passed me on the shoulder and goes, "See that guy?" And the guy was all rock and rolled out, bandana, eyeliner, fucking rings on his fingers, painted nails. And I said, "Who's that?" And he goes,
"Thank you."
And he goes, "That's the guy who invented the Ninja Turtles." I went, "Shut the fuck up. How rich is he?" And he goes, "You don't even want to know." This guy, I've never seen somebody.
You're gonna hate me. I have to go.
Oh, don't get hate.
Oh, Moonshine, you've said so much though. Wow, thank you so much for joining.
Just came in to
I know. Sorry. I didn't.
It's okay. Shit happens. All right. Well,
but yeah. I'm usually free on Mondays. I'm just not.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't think
Moonshine.
You look too pretty to be here anyway. Get out. Go out and do things. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, you just insulted the other 2 women. What the hell's going on here, buddy? That was
You're all beautiful.
Put into it.
I love you. Bye.
Bye. Look at how much time and effort. These girls just got felt up by a Labrador, and then they come talk to us.
It's not a Labrador.
They're sloppy drunk.
I mean,
it's
they're
sad.
Labradorable, but okay.
And
Okay, so you know what? I just think Moonshine felt threatened by two blondes. That's all.
Ooh,
No.
I was a little worried about that. I didn't want to do, but I mean, she's the shit, right? I didn't even have to ask y'all because I knew you were gonna fall in love with her. I was like, this is a no-brainer. This is great.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even remember her name.
She's okay.
She's alright.
Well, let's talk about something else. Maybe I can make you guys like me more.
Okay.
Introduce her again. Introduce her again and make it sexy.
Sarah Eubank.
What's your name?
All right, so can we hear Iggy rap?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I have.
No,
Jack,
don't play
you
the one
could-
from the other night.
Honestly, you could say a line. It was something like, "You have a dirt." Hold on.
What?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold
What is
on.
What? Up and now for a skillfully placed product endorsement.
Oh no! Well, okay. Oh wait, hold on. So I texted this to myself because we got a little drunk the other night, and we
really?
came up with our amazing "Take Me Home" fall songs, like "Take Me Home" bass. Here, we'll do "Take Me Home" bass. See the potential?
We'll get there.
It's coming. Okay, this is what you rapped at the time. Okay, can we get like a "Go Sarah, Go Sarah"?
We know, like, I need a beatbox background. You got any, like,
No.
beatbox tracks?
No.
Scott, can you do
No.
that something?
We're just doing it.
You want me to give her a beat?
problem
There's way
that
too much of
not
like a
going to
delay
get
and shit.
involved.
So.
That's true. There's a delay. Okay, so we'll do like.
Well, let me see what my reasoning was at the time. Keep talking.
All right.
All right, it's coming.
Okay. You'll be dead of dysentery. You'll be dead of dysentery.
You know what? You know what's really nice is that I came on this show as an interview guest at the beginning, but like I haven't gotten to hang out with you guys in person yet because Scott did not invite me to his house when I offered to fly up there and pay all my own expenses and meet him, Matt and Rob. He did not invite me, so I've never hung out with him.
Wow, that speaks volumes. I didn't even hear that story.
No,
Yeah.
she's telling you her version of the story, okay?
I like her version of the story.
Who's
Wait,
the one
Twitter,
that gave you
respond
ads
right now,
to begin
Twitter.
with?
Do you want to see the picture of this conversation? I have proof.
She
Okay, now,
recapped your ass.
all right, now let me tell the story.
Uh-oh.
Would I have invited you or given you the heads up that they were coming to begin with if I was just going to shun you? No, I gave you the full intentions of knowing what weekend they were coming, and then Matthew Santoro sandbagged because he wasn't sure if he could make it because he had to film this. He was doing some collab with somebody that was going up that week. So then I'm like, you guys just let me know, and then last minute Rob's like, oh wait, I gotta come up now because we're going to meet up with so-and-so at Erie County Fair, and that was the last weekend, and they need to rush here and get to the hotel. So it really had nothing to do with me at all. It had to do with them making plans with somebody else. So.
Right, that's great. That's great. That's great.
Okay, YouTube. I get a message from Matt after I've been saying, I've got this free flight, I want to come, this is going to be so much fun, we can finally hang out. Me being the only chick with these 3 dudes, can we get, like, pat me on the back for taking one for the team there? I'm so excited.
Not yet.
And, well, you didn't get to. So, yeah, I get a Facebook message from Scott at, like, 9:45 p.m. saying, Matt and Rob are coming tomorrow morning. I live in Austin. He lives in Buffalo, New York. I think the only reason that you even said that was because you knew I would see the videos you put up, so you were trying to cover your ass. But how was I supposed to get there in less than 12 hours, sir?
Sounds to me like you just didn't want to come that
I'm
bad.
pretty sure a flight doesn't take 12 hours, so you could have just jumped on it right away.
It sounds like she didn't want to come that bad. I mean, she keeps telling everyone that she wants to come real bad, but she does not want to come that bad.
I don't want to come anymore!
Sarah over there. She's
No more coming over there, okay? No more coming.
Wait, is that girl's name Sarah?
Yeah.
Wow, that was
With or without an H?
With an H.
Okay, that's good.
It has a
So
fucking
it's
in it.
You have a
How do I
position.
feel about that?
How do you feel
Sarah.
about it? Thank you.
Cause for
I
pause.
was trying to be as creepy as possible, Sarah.
Oh, God.
You can put my
my
picture
God.
of Lawrence's in your room, and then that way I'll feel good.
Wait, what do you want me to do?
Put mine next to Jennifer Lawrence's. You said you had her nudie pictures, right? Like, just put my picture next to hers. So you'll
Oh,
have
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying. I thought you were going to say just invite me next time.
Huh?
I just thought maybe you were saying for me to redeem myself, I had to invite both of you next time. Yeah.
Oh, well, yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That is
but here's
true.
the deal, buddy.
Those
If you
are
would've
two
invited me the first time-
lonely chicks right there.
What's that, Ted?
A, we have a talk. B, if you would have invited me the
Three
first time,
lonely bitches over there.
then you know, maybe we would have had real, long-lasting friendship, and then I would have invited you to Austin, and you could be hanging out with us right now.
Well, Tay, it could have been long-lasting something, but
That's all I want.
don't know. See, that's it.
We have
No.
been building up this tension for a combined, like, 6 hours of showtime over the last
I know, that's
I
crazy.
know. Hard to
Come on,
believe
babe.
the bra's still on. So, what's going on?
I'm not wearing a
Actually,
bra.
she's not wearing one. She's got
I
the
know.
stickies on.
Look at stop punching your boobs. So
Okay,
what's
so
going on?
ladies, we're putting the ball in your court. You get the here, ready?
Yes.
Now it's mum's the word, and whoever has the ball can talk. I'm throwing it to you right now. Ready? Tay, catch. Ready? Okay, I didn't say catch it in your mouth, but we know you swallow.
Yeah.
Clearly you swallow. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna have to get it back.
Topic of your choice. Let's talk about something you want to talk about, ladies.
Ooh, okay, what do we want to talk about? Or we could tell stories from our night? Or what do we want to ask? We've got two guys.
Let's give them a little preview of our evening last night.
Okay, so part of our show, which is going to be called Cause for Pause, it's talking about all the, like, iffy, weird, creepy red flags that we run into in our everyday lives. And not only are we having this talk show, but we put on body mics and went out on a Sunday fun day in Austin.
And had a hidden cameraman who actually was discovered quite a few times. But
We just kept telling,
some, like, 50-year-old man was walking around with us ladies on a Sunday evening.
filming us on a Sunday. It was really creepy. But, yeah, so we went, and not going to lie, you're talking to two hungover girls right now. We rallied to make this happen. But, yeah, we met some really interesting people. Do you have your sunglasses? I think we have to show them. All right, so topic of choice is, this is a fashion topic. A lot of YouTubers do fashion channels, and I know that both of you are very fashionable. So I'm going to show you a new trend, and I want you to tell me if it's hot or not.
Okay. I like this game.
So we met a gentleman the whole evening that had his sunglasses attached like this.
I hate
and
that.
continued to talk even after we told him we were filming. Just left him on. Just, you know.
He was wearing a baseball cap, a t-shirt, and this.
And
Let's
just
get real close to the camera.
Just so you can really see. Just in the ear, it's like in the ear hole.
Oh, they're in the ear hole too.
In the ear hole, you know, because you gotta hold them up for something, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Stop.
I would say, I mean, couldn't he have just like tucked them in his shirt or put them in the back of his head or on
I
the
think
top?
that when they put them behind their head is even stupider.
But have you ever had them coming out of your ears like a clip-on Santa beard? Like,
And you know, I'm actually kind of surprised at how well it's staying on. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna fall off at any moment.
maybe
I'm
you have small lobes, though.
That's why he did it. That's why he did it. Maybe.
That's for you. I'm gonna wear them backwards.
No, see, that's kind of dumb too. But now I don't see them, so that's okay. For now, it looks like your eyes are in the back of your head. Yeah. What the hell?
Hey, how are you? Hey.
Now she looks like she's giving head to the wall.
See, that's the thing. I hate that. That's even stupider. That's a good.
Bingo.
And the women's right movement goes back another 30 years. Thank you.
Hey.
Well done.
You know that Clean My Room did so much for women's rights, so don't even.
Aw, that's really sweet.
Oh.
What I was saying before we got off topic is I like talking to y'all with less people because I feel like we're like really getting to know each other. So it won't be as creepy when I ask you to marry me.
I feel like we're almost in the same room, except I can't touch you.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
And the same thing would happen if you were in the same room.
Well, since I can't touch you, yeah, you're allowed to touch each other.
Come on, is this not one of your favorite shows?
This feels like one of those porn auditions, and you're sitting at the couch, and I'm like, well, so.
I had dog ass on me now.
Wow. Well, guess what? She won the audition. Okay, you two are out.
She's naked.
And clearly ready. She's ready. Oh my God, this is so inappropriate. Okay, so topic, ladies, topic.
Okay, what would we want to?
What should our topic be?
What are you feeling? What's your gut? This is your first time.
It's my first time. Let's talk about our first times.
Oh.
That's a good one. I don't mind talking about that.
Okay, I'm down.
Can I get things started? Because mine's really funny.
Yes.
So, I've lived in Austin, Texas since 2007. My first time I was at, we have these things called co-ops here. They're kind of like a mixture of like a hostel, but also like apartment living, and people are there all the time, but they're like very dirty and international, and like they have to do their own work. Like there's no maintenance men; they do their own work on the property.
Okay.
So for some reason, my roommate at the time was working at Chili's. I went to a party with her. I met a guy that I just thought was so handsome, so handsome. He was a server at Chili's, right? You know, dream big.
2 for $20.
Yeah, yeah, right. I didn't have that appetizer special at the time, or the meal special. Anyways, I ended up staying at this party. She leaves, so I spend the night at this co-op. He did not have sheets on his bed. Instead, he had a Mexican flag. And I don't know if you know like what the flags feel like, but they're like that papery, you know, plastic material, like a flag. So, we had intercourse to the entire first album of Wilco. It was on like repeat. So me and Wilco got some good memories with Wilco there.
I've been gone for 5 minutes. You are still talking?
Oh yes, I am.
You left when she's telling the story of her first
Chucky,
time.
she's talking about her
5
first
minutes.
time.
This girl is still talking.
She lost to virginity on a Mexican flag. Was he? Clearly he.
On the Mexican
On
flag.
the Mexican flag, and then I had to cover up with said flag so I could sleep and not be cold. Because there were no sheets or blankets.
Holy shit!
Oh my God.
That's all good to know.
So he was a handsome, lucky guy with no money.
With no money, but a Mexican flag.
Wow.
As long as you got everything.
And clearly some endurance if he can go through the album several times.
Yes.
True. Oh, good job.
Yeah, quite some time.
Yeah.
And if that was your first time, not only was your hymen broken, but you were probably bleeding to death. I'm just kidding.
Well, good thing the flag is red.
Oh!
Man, she
Wow,
saw
where's
that
the
opportunity and she
Good
dove.
thing the Mexican flag is red. Good thing the flag is red.
Dove for it so hard she scraped her
she's a
knee.
keeper. She's a keeper.
Right? I know.
This
That
is
girl scraped her knees on that one.
Oh yeah. Well, let's engage Mr. Gets Up during my story. I'd like to hear your first time, and then hopefully I can sit through it.
Yeah.
No, I got news for you. I could hear you all the way in the fucking kitchen. She was just, oh my God. My roommate goes, that girl's voice is going right through me. And I went, I know. She's actually very nice. So I go back to
Again, another male who's upset to hear this kind of story. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
I like the story.
I walked away.
I not only like the story, but I like her sense of humor.
Whatever you want. I could kind of hear you. All I heard was that.
Well, Chucky, for a blonde, she's quick-witted.
I never said she wasn't quick-witted. What I'm talking about here is, and I like you. You seem like a nice kid.
I just wanted that for a blonde.
Is leading you down a path that you may not come back from. Tay's keeping Austin weird.
Well, that.
I know,
Awkward
right?
and amazing.
What happened?
Okay, so
Awkward in Austin.
Chucky's
Tay's
avoiding
coming up to Vegas, and we're gonna have fun. She's gonna bring Sarah. It's gonna be awesome.
Do I get a free room if I come to Vegas?
You'll get something for free. We don't know what.
Okay. Cool.
Okay,
It sounds like
Sounds like fun.
Tay, since Chucky's avoiding the question, he can make up a story while you're telling your story. What was
No,
your
let's
first
go
time?
girl, guy.
Yeah.
What was the
That's
question? First time?
Chucky, what was your first time like? You don't have to say how old you were, but what was
No,
the
it was
situation?
disappointing, just like the second time, the third time, the fourth time.
Oh my god. This
Not
is
early
why
disappointing.
Maybe it's user error. Oh.
Says
you gotta
the-
push start, Chucky. You gotta
Say-
push
I was
start.
gonna say I was gonna slut shame, but I'm like I can't slut shame her. So I'm like, all right, no, no. It's just until you actually have sex with somebody you give a fuck about, it's just very complicated masturbation. That's all it is. So you know,
Probably
That's-
into that too.
that's all it really comes down to. It's complicated masturbation.
So basically, what he's saying is he lost his
Like,
virginity.
they're like bags of sand.
What happened?
Oh, God.
Well, I'm saying it's a little more than complicated masturbation, because didn't you like touch a boob? Did you engage with the female body at all?
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is if you've never, once you've had sex with somebody who you actually love, everything else is kind of like, you know. It's like having really good chocolate and then somebody gives you that fucking Wonka shit and you're like, really, dude? It's okay. It's not the same. You know.
I've never been in love.
Well, that's only because you didn't get invited to Buffalo where you could hang out with Scott Kim Martin and finally make him a man.
Right? I wanted to make you a man, Scott. Come on.
I like how you did the whole, like, what was that, the wrestling thing?
Like,
Wow.
He's like,
Holy shit.
this is my dick!
Giddy up, cowgirl.
Reverse
Yeah.
cowgirl. So anyway,
pretty
the
sure
point
Tay has-
being,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Chucky.
no, the point being, like I said, it was nothing to remember. You know, there was no big deal. It was like once you got done, you were like, the first thing, that's it. All right, whatever. One of those things.
I have never heard a guy, but again, we bring a lot to the table. Be like, oh, that's it. I haven't experienced that. I feel like you need to really pursue something that interests you there, Chucky. We need to get some passion going.
You think, honey?
Yeah. keep
Okay.
showing us those nails, babe.
You keep going. You think that's a good idea, honey? I'll take it. Yeah, I'm going to take sex advice from the two bleachers. Okay, no problem.
Oh.
Advice from the bleachers.
You're in a mood tonight. I
I know. I'm just busting balls.
Roast over here.
don't. Yeah.
Sarah's
Right.
like, oh, man, I kind of dug him for a minute, and now fuck that motherfucker.
I
No,
am so fuck that motherfucker right
If you want
now.
us to bring the big guns out, we will. We've been holding back.
I know. We're trying
know,
to
right?
be cute
Did you
tonight.
see what she did the boob pop? She goes, we've been holding back.
Get
No,
ready.
no, it was just no big deal. It really wasn't. That's why when people talk about their first time or anything and they have some romantic attachment to it, I was like, really? That didn't get good till I was in my mid-20s.
Well,
Till you start
yeah.
figuring out how everything works, and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to do this first. Sorry.
it would be really nice if guys figured that out a little earlier on than mid-20s.
Oh, we got some boobies right here.
Love it!
That's a lonely motherfucker right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Well-
So, Tay, you're next.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about my naivete. Trying to make that thing. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure if it is. Okay, all right. But yeah, late bloomer, you know, eye patch, fat for so long. And I am very Disney princess and naive. Like, I wanted that amazing love. So I was a virgin until I was 21. Yeah, took a long time. Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, I don't know.
21 years of celibacy.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it was my senior year in college, and it was basically like I was like, I can't graduate college and not have had sex, because if I meet guys, you know, out in the world, and for people who are waiting or whatever, I totally support that. It's all to each your own. But I was like, I don't want to have that virgin talk, you know, at
because it'll either freak a guy out or he's gonna want to fuck you just because you're a virgin. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, it's just that's something I think for me who isn't waiting for marriage that you should take care of in college, you know, or late high school, you know, depending on what your deal is. So kind of had to make that happen. So yeah, senior year, I ran all the parties for the School of Theater, and we would do these crazy dress ups and just cheap booze and themes and everything. So we were having one of ours, and I was dressed as a woodland nymph because it was fantasy themed.
Of course, because of all the fairies. That's where all the fairy stuff started.
And y'all, like, literally every guy who has a crush on me on the internet is about to, like, just, like, because my bedroom theme in college was called, had ferns and pine cones and fairy posters and, like, drapery.
If you think for a second that would dissuade a man from wanting to turn you knees to the sky, you clearly have no. We could be walking into It's a Small World and still be like, cool, I can work with this. I love this fucking song. Take your panties off. So yeah, that wouldn't have had any. That wouldn't have stopped anybody. They would have been like, they'd have laughed about it later. They would have been like, dude, it was like fucking in the gift shop at fucking, you know.
Okay, that's amazing. Well, a lot of guys, you know, they did have comments. Also, Take Your Panties Off, another possible episode title. Just saying. But so we walk in, and I had relations with gentlemen before that. And they all had different thoughts, relations, about the Woodlands.
That means she gave blowjobs.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Really terrible idea when you're drunk to do, by the way. Like,
Notice how neither one of them has denied.
Yes. Then you swallow it, and you pretend like nothing happened.
Don't even fall!
Back to Tay Allen, the girl virgin. Here we go.
Anyway, so I meet this guy as I'm dressed as the fairy, and he's into the costume, so there's a good chance he's going to be into the room. It was kind of like a litmus test.
A fairy furry.
I love it. Anyway, he's in the costume, tall and skinny, which is totally my type, kind of nerdy.
It's Tay Sunday. Nerdy, tall and skinny.
It was not Tay Sunday.
It was Tay Sunday.
Oh my
Coming
God.
to theaters this Friday, Tay Allen's first time at 21 years old.
Take me home.
She will blow more than just your mind.
Boom. Magic. Okay. Anyway, bringing the magic room. Turns out I'm a senior. This guy is a freshman film major, but he walks in and he calls me a queen of the forest. And I was like, done, you're getting my virginity. He sees the room. He goes, you are a queen of the forest.
That's all it took? Really?
That's all it took. That was it.
I got a message from a friend of mine who just said, it's a train wreck that I can't look away from, and she's talking about this show. And I was like, yeah, this is a great episode.
So are you telling me I need to go around the local college and start telling girls that they're the princess of the forest? Queen
of the forest did it for me. Now, you know, to check in, see what she would want to be the queen of. But we did. I don't know if he honestly ever really got hard, but it was in there, so it counted. And because I knew everyone...
Wait a second. I would like for somebody to please quote that and tweet that. I don't know if it was hard or not, but it was in there, so it counted. Tay Allen. At Tay Allen.
That's true. No.
I can't really tell if he had a chubby or if he just had some laundry up there.
Maybe he put his nuts inside and was hibernating for the winter.
I'm going to count that as a win. All right, so moving on. The dog is over here going, hey man, I hear you talking about dicks. Hey man, I hear you talking about dicks. I want to. No, come here, man.
And the dog's like, where's the peanut butter? What's
going on? Okay, so you're in you're in the fairy wonderland. What happened then?
I mean, you know, we had a nice cuddle sesh. It didn't hurt because, again, from what I said before, wasn't really sure if it was, like, actually going strong. But then, of course, the next day, because everyone had been like, when is Tay going to lose her virginity? It was, like, the talk of the school theater.
How many fucking people knew you were a virgin?
Everyone!
Was that on your fucking bio? Was that on your MySpace page?
It was on her AOL Instant Messenger. Still a virgin.
Still a virgin. Virgin Allen, 72. What is that? Everybody knows. There's a fucking pool going on. It's like, I got it. It's September 15th. No, she didn't fuck
There was.
So, but you were still giving blowjobs though, which is not. It's weird because you were doing that, or you were doing a little bit of the hand action. You were like spanking, and that means that you're still pure. Did you ever take it anywhere else? We're friends. We can talk. Did that count?
No, that doesn't. No,
okay.
That is not. That counts as sex. No.
But you did give blowjobs, though. Okay, so moving on. Now, Sarah, you lost your virginity at what age?
19.
That's close enough.
I gotta go with through high school, you know. You needed
So with a median of about 20 over there, I think I was 16 or 17. I think it was 15 or no 16. I think.
You should know.
I think.
Then again, I haven't gotten to my story yet.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Scott Kim Martin becomes a man.
Okay. So.
And go.
Okay, so I didn't date at all in high school. So, but I was sexually active when I was 13, 14 years old. And let me explain. I didn't have sex. You know how Tay said she wasn't sure if it was in or what she was doing or what he was doing, so maybe it didn't count? Okay. So
I did.
So when I was 13, 14, you know, summer of 7th and 8th grade, whatever, I was skinny dipping, I was playing strip poker, I was touching boob, getting blowjobs, you know, I was sexually active because
I don't want to know any of this because your little bald ass just going like that. Ew.
But I want to explain something.
You can all see it now, can't you? You can all see it. You can all see
it. It was a girl I actually really liked, and that summer her mother broke.
Oh, frozen. We might be off the air. This could be your last chance to say something, Tay.
So it didn't quite happen, but everybody thought it did. So
pretend to be interested.
I did everything but that. No joke. That's not true because I never went down on her. She went down on me. Okay, so.
Oh, you selfish bastard.
No, because when I was in middle school, I thought that was gross. I'm like, girls
right
eat
now,
from
tweet
there. Ew, it's an open wound.
Scott Kim Martin. Hashtag selfish bastard.
Okay. So let me explain then. Now that I've prefaced with that, I need to go to college years.
Oh my God, we're gonna be here all fucking night, Tay.
No. Senior year in high school, I meet this girl that went to our rival school, high school, and.
Ooh, it's like a Romeo-Juliet kind of thing. I like this.
From a friend. We went to each other's proms. We ended up going to college orientation a week apart, same college. Then we ended up living in the same dorm room. So we were together. I was 19, two months shy of turning 20, and she was 10 months younger than me. So she was 18, I was 19. We were both virgins, technically. And it was in the dorm. It was in the dorm room. On the bottom bunk.
Socks on? Did you leave
your socks on? Bunk, yes, my socks were on. And
oh my God, he left his socks on, Tay. He left his socks on. He left his socks on. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Kim Martin left his socks on the first time. Socks off! Hashtag socks off! Tay, hashtag socks off!
I'm doing it right now, I got it!
Oh my God, hashtag Scott Kim Martin socks off! What kind of bullshit is that, Tay Allen? This motherfucker
I got my rocks off with my socks on.
Leave your socks on. Oh my God! I mean, already.
Tay, but you don't understand. Have you not done any research? You have a better orgasm when your feet are warm.
Okay, there are different ways to keep your feet warm than being Granny Kim Martin with your socks on. Okay.
Okay, I really don't know if my socks were on. I'm just assuming. So, let me just say,
I didn't know. I did not come to Buffalo.
Hey, this is a confessional here. Let me talk.
Okay, come on, babe. I'm listening.
So I was with this girl for almost a year at this point. We had known each other like 14, 15 months. We ended up being together for 7 years. I moved to Florida with her. I was in love with her, head over heels. Like, she was a great girl. So it's a good story. I obviously was good enough after I... Okay, so... I made her cry. Because it was emotional, it hurt, and I was like a jackhammer. I'm sitting there going, don't watch porn and assume that that's the way girls like it. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Again, everybody here is thinking about Scott Kim Martin's little manicured pubic area and his little bald ass that he shaved, slamming up and down.
All right, hold on.
I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
He's covered in tanning lotion. It's just terrible. It's just terrible.
Chucky, before you try to segue out of this, I want to say I want to say I'm glad we saved my story for last because clearly it was the most humiliating. But that's my story. I was with somebody that I actually loved and cared about, and
That's amazing.
it was kind of anticlimactic because I felt
Because you jackhammered.
But I learned the hard way that is not what girls like.
Socks off.
At least it was hard. At least it was hard.
Oh, I was very hard. I've never had that problem.
Tay Allen, he had his socks on. You would have said, "Get out." Tay, come on. You would have said, "Get out my bed."
I don't do socks. All potential future suitors, if you think you can keep your socks on, you go down to the corner street.
Look at her. She looks like she's Latina. She's like, you take your socks off.
You take your socks and do
You have your socks on, you come to my house. Are you
God.
kidding me? Ooh, you better
Tay
not.
got all ghetto. Tay got all ghetto.
This dog is eating me over here.
This dog is. There's way too much estrogen in one room right now.
Dog is like, she's all thinking like, yeah, man, first time I had sex, it was okay. It was okay. I got pregnant. I had 16 kids. Then the second time, you know.
I can't tell if Sarah's the one in heat or the dog.
Oh.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We should get some dudes over here. Let's party. Let's do this. Come on, man. Come on, man.
No, she doesn't get that y'all aren't coming over after this. She's getting ready to party.
So what happens when women are all together? The menstruation tends to sync up. Does the dog sync up too with you? Is the dog all PMS when you?
Oh my God! First of all, the dogs aren't regular. The same, like they don't.
All right, I was just wondering. I didn't know.
Why do you know?
I don't know. Maybe because I worked with dogs and a dog trainer and a dog breeder. Maybe that could have been it.
Okay. Well, I meant about women. No, I meant about women. How do you know anything about women?
Oh, okay. I never got to that part.
Tay Allen.
Okay, so Tay, when I was 13, 14, and I was kind of messing around and learning, the reason I kind of felt pressured because my older two brothers had already lost their virginity. I'm in the middle of 5 boys within 6.5 years, and I felt like, oh well, they lost theirs, I have to, because my oldest brother lost his virginity when he was 14 in a hammock. His best friend's cousin, female cousin.
Disgusting.
So,
that's a good story. In a hammock is a good story.
Yeah, we all talked about it at the dinner table. Our family was very open about that sort of stuff. So
not only did that guy have his socks on, Tay, he probably didn't even pull his underwear all the way down. That's not because then you have those marks on your ass with the fucking hammock. It looks like you just had a Belgian waffle made on your ass. So you know he only whipped out his willy. That's even worse. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible way. How'd you lose your virginity? I fell down in a hammock.
Okay, so Tay.
Belgian waffle ass can also be the title of this episode.
So Tay, in order for me to kind of keep the all my friends thought that I had already lost my virginity because they knew that I had a girlfriend and that we kissed and we did some sexual stuff. I read a book. My dad got a book in the mail. It was 500 pages, and it was called Sex: A Man's Guide. 500 pages, and it went through all the research, all the different names for masturbation, the average size, the different positions. Let's just say that I aced health class and human anatomy.
But you still jackhammered?
Okay, here's why. I got a little excited.
Versus nurture debate. I got a little excited.
She didn't make any noise because she was pretty much in that much pain she couldn't. No, to be honest with you, I'm making it sound horrible. She was actually emotional because she just lost her virginity. Come on. For a guy, it's a lot easier. A guy is like, they go around and they like want to be a voodoo. They want to poke like a voodoo doll, like put a million holes in it, right? I feel like most guys are like in heat all the time. Okay, so for women, it's more intimate.
No.
You're inviting somebody inside of your body.
Yeah. No. I understand that. I do. And you know what? It sounds like you read the book, you jackhammered, you kept your socks on, but that knowledge is there. So there's hope for us, baby. There's hope.
There's hope. That, and you obviously, wouldn't feel it unless I was jackhammering because you fell asleep to this guy like soft inside of you.
Jackhammer Ken Martin.
Oh, I forgot to
Hashtag
ask.
Jackhammer. Text that.
Tay, was it on an Irish flag or an Italian flag or anything like that?
Hashtag Jackhammer.
I'm going to international sex.
Yeah. This is the flag bearer over here. Mine, though, this is a big secret. Everyone come in.
Okay.
She had Wilco on repeat. I had Enya on repeat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I had Marvin Gaye.
Hey, where the road goes.
You want to know what I had, honestly?
I get the feeling Tay Allen's a bit of a freak. Scott?
So, Tay, my playlist was LL Cool J and Mariah Carey.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna
It started slow, and then it turned into the hip hop, and yeah.
Tay Allen.
Really intense.
Tay Allen, have you ever had sex outside, Tay Allen?
Doing it.
Somebody ever push you over the fucking hood of a car, Tay Allen? That's a
Have I
yes.
ever had sex inside?
Sarah, have you ever been hunched over the fucking hood of a car?
Nope, but a Gap fitting room.
Oh, wow, well played.
Find the Gap.
Okay, so
wait, I want to hear this story. Come here, man. I want to talk to you. Come here. What happened? Set up the Gap escapade.
So went shopping.
The Gap. It was at the Gap.
Yeah. Worst Gap outlet store.
Oh, okay. It wasn't an inlet.
She got discount penis, but go ahead.
Right? You know, you deep ball on the budget too.
Cheers to that. Balling on a budget.
Balling on a budget. She got penis on a discount, ladies and gentlemen. Now tell me this story.
Yes. Well, we were at the Gap outlet. Obviously, I had some clothes, and I went to the fitting room. My boyfriend followed me, and we just went in the handicap room. You know, we needed some room.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm just in there.
You went in the handicap room. Oh, my God, you selfish pricks.
Yeah,
well,
how abusive.
You needed a handle to hold on to as well. You know, you got to support. So, because you're in the fitting room, I mean, obviously you can't get on the floor because there's that gap, right? So this was a behind the job. So,
oh my God.
I got it, against the wall and got in the back and took care of it. And then didn't buy any of the clothes and walked out.
Well, that's so. Is that your most risque, like most extreme location, or do you have anything else?
Jackhammer.
Yeah. Well, there was one that I felt was a little more risque because it was like in the public. It was same guy, like, but on the roof of our apartment, like in the social hangout area, so people could like get off the elevator at any time.
Oh, damn.
Anytime.
So there's something to be said about it being like kind of naughty, and you could get caught, and like adrenaline rushing, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, how about
I
you,
like
Tay?
it not. I like it not Tay.
What's your okay? So what's your wildest story, Tay?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Can I say this? I have young fans.
Say whatever you want. If you don't want to say it, save it for the after show.
Please, there's 13 people watching. Go ahead.
After party. No, my thing is, I don't do it unless it's a good story. And
you don't just do it to do it, huh? What about when you're in a relationship and you're like an old
Let
married
the woman
couple?
talk, Scott Kim Martin. For the love of God, let the woman talk.
You didn't even let me get a word in earlier, Chucky, so...
I had to take over because I want to hear how Tay Allen spends her fucking free time. So, Tay Allen, tell us a good story.
Oh, boy. All right, well, okay, I guess one of my favorites is... This gentleman knows who he is.
He knows.
I did have some time on the USC intramural practice field.
So what she's trying to say is she was a busy girl in college.
Take it over. You've read my bio. You got this, Chucky.
No. So what happened and where were you?
Oh my God, the clock's ticking. I think we can save the full story for a future show to get viewers to turn in next week. Let's leave a clip.
Oh my God. It's not that good a story. You went knees to the sky on the 40-yard line. I just want to know how it led up to that. Oh my God, stop romanticizing the time that you took the lacrosse team home, woman.
I needed gloves, and he was wearing gloves because my hands were cold.
And he called you the princess of the fucking forest, and you were like, "Take me, I'm yours." But
those are socks.
Don't you play lacrosse too?
Those are socks for him.
Hashtag socks for hands.
Tay,
that's
I'm
good.
disappointed. Okay.
No,
I don't really have any.
We'll continue, but you know, it's a public forum. It's a public forum. I want you to respect me, so when I meet your mom, she doesn't watch this episode and then disown me.
Oh my God.
You know what? You know what? With that being said, Tay, in 2010, I was doing a live show on Blog TV, and my best female friend came down to visit me in Orlando, and we were reminiscing live, and we were talking about oral sex and all sorts of stuff. Like the first time I went down, and like how I had asked players on my football team how you do it, like, and they're telling me about like, oh, do the alphabet, do this, don't spend too much time in one spot, and I'm going over this live, right? Live on Blog TV, and my mom's watching. Afterwards, she goes, Scott, I'm proud of you. And I'm like, what? She goes, I'm proud of you for just being who you are, and you never hold back, and I appreciate that. I'm like, my mom heard the whole thing. So, but my mom's that type of lady, though. She grew up with 6 guys in the house. She was used to it. She has thick skin. She was just glad that I was me. She was probably excited that I wasn't gay. She was like,
I was just going to say that.
I'm a woman.
She was thrilled that you weren't gay. When a woman, no, there's a reason. There's a scientific reason. When a woman has a lot of sons, because the sons are, you know, XY and not XX chromosome, the body kind of attacks it after a while, building up enough of this almost immunity that a lot of the younger guys in a family of a lot of men turn out gay. They say that there might be because
they say 1 in 5, right? And I'm 1 in 5 boys, so we'd always say
like
who's
that,
gay,
but I'm not,
which one's
they,
gay.
They had said something that might have had an influence genetically. You're just born that way. And so I'm sure she was thrilled you were straight.
She sounds great, and it sounds like she's gonna love Mass Tech. So I'm pretty much ready to go. I'm trying to come to Buffalo. I don't know about you, like I'm trying to come.
I'll bet you are. She says she's trying to come.
Where'd my dog go?
Wow.
That was disgusting. That was disgusting.
Thank you.
Well, ladies, it's been over an hour. I don't know how much time you have. We've covered Joan Rivers. We've covered Ray Rice. We covered women's rights, sort of. We covered sex and virginity. And now we're telling stories about the most risque or most extreme place.
No, we haven't heard a single story from Tay. She said something about the 40-yard line. I'll rattle off.
I love that you want to hear this so bad.
I'll rattle off a couple of locations. You tell me if you have or haven't. In a car.
Yes.
Well, have I had intercourse in a car?
Or while the car
sexual
was moving. Acts. Did you give somebody the overstate delight? Did you?
The overstate delight. Another possible episode name. All right, boys.
Did you get caught at a long light and say, I just need to do this?
No, that's what you said to me, Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do anything. You did that to me.
Right. Have you ever just had a boyfriend that you were so into that you were at a stop sign, you're like, I'm gonna fuck this man right here. Have you ever had that in your life?
I've never really had a boyfriend.
Well, I don't care. Some guy in your life that you're like, how about you, Sarah? Mm-hmm. Have you ever had somebody you were been with and like, just pull the fucking car over? This is bullshit. And
oh yeah. Yeah, happened a couple weeks ago.
Tell us.
Don't you still call that roadhead even if you're pulled over and parked, right? Or do you have to be moving?
Tell us that story. Tell us.
Yeah, you're still.
Tell us that story. Tell us that story.
Chucky, show me your nails. There it is. So that
Chucky, I'm a little afraid to tell you any stories because the last one you got up and then you made fun of my voice.
I don't make fun of your voice. I don't have a problem with your voice. Everybody else. But my point is, you've actually had somebody in your.
It's sore right now. It's a little hoarse.
I understand.
She's been rapping.
But you've actually had people in your life. You've had men in your life that you felt so strongly to that you were just like, I don't give a fuck if we're at the library. Come here.
Yes. Yes.
Tay.
You should. Mm-hmm.
You have to?
On the lookout. Any suitors, please apply. TayAllen@hotmail.com.
Wow.
You still use Hotmail? You might as well have AOL.
Oh my God. Hotmail. At CompuServe.com.
Yeah. CompuServe. Mine's Scotty34 at Netscape.com.
All right. Before you anymore, and before my dog literally chews through my shorts, we are going to depart. But I love both of you, and I'm not gonna lie. Users, let us know. But I think this is a pretty freaking awesome episode.
I'm pretty sure
you guys were in it.
I'm pretty sure that Sarah's gonna have to come back at least every other episode.
My voice won't sound as bad, Chucky, but maybe I'll do a silent show and I'll mime for you.
Ooh.
What happened? Right. What is she doing? I thought we were getting along great. What?
See, Chucky has a voice, but he doesn't even sing lines.
Chucky, it's a roller coaster with you. I'm like, ooh, and then and then ooh. So, right now
he likes to build it up and then put you down and then build you back up. He wants you to be unstable and insecure.
Oh, like me.
I'm there.
Just like me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up. You are looking at Tay Allen and her body double, Sarah, who are going to be taking over the world, coming to a town near you. Only one has a bra on.
Is that your... Oh, man. That's your signature bounce? Okay.
They have both had sex in moving vehicles, and they feel very good about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the best reason to tune in tonight.
And we've got, of course, Chaz the Jazz.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I'll tell you what,
we also
that
want
was
to say
fun.
Moonshine Bonanza 2 for showing up. She had to do her thing. We'd also like to say hello to our good friend. We're sad that he's no longer with us. Matt Santoro, Rob Dyke. Both of those guys, they share the same brain. I mean, come on. So they couldn't make it. And if both of them aren't in the room together...
Matt's filming a video.
And Rob Dyke is doing Dyke-like things. And,
he's on the corner.
And Jacqueline is out just slaying Christians and stuff. She's just cutting them down. She's leading the crusade. Bless her. And Outlaw is cooking turtle. But me and Scotty, we're still here with different hair on our faces and our heads. We'd like to thank the 4 people who are watching and say, hey, get a life. And Scotty, it's nice to see you.
It was nice to see you too, buddy. We will see you next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that, I believe, is 2 a.m. in the UK.
I don't even give a fuck, because is anybody from London watching? Comment down below. And if you got all the way this far in the video, it's just hashtag, what's the good hashtag?
Socks for Scott.
Socks for Scott. If there's Socks for Scott with a 4, with a number 4. So it's Socks for Scott, hashtag, in the comments down below. Get us out of here, quick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been episode 129, I believe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Monday. Peace and bud grease.
We ain't made a dime off you motherfuckers.
Cha-ching!